Tell me about you. You do paintings.
I can even show you. I have a notebook with me. I have a big background of I wanted to be a painter when I was a child, but when it was time after the school to go to university, I asked my parents if I can go to the College of Arts. So after that I could go into Academy of Arts, but unfortunately they said no, you will become an English Ukrainian translator. So I went to the linguistics faculty. After that I was working for 10 years like a copywriter and marketer for different kind of software development companies. This is IT industry, it's very fast developing and so on and so forth. And I never thought that I will be something connected to arts. I have no arts people in my family, like nobody. But then I was on one family, I was a guest in their house, and the man, the owner, was an artist. And he asked me, Elena, have you ever tried painting? I said, no, never. He said, we drink some wine, and he said, okay, do you want to try? I give you my studio for 1 week and I want to see what I'm going to do. And I said, okay. And after that I felt that this is something I like to do maybe most
than anything else.
Yeah. And I made a painting, I will show it to you. It's called Yogi is Meditating and His Cat Does the Same. It's already sold in the US now.
Oh wow.
Yes, my very first painting in the world. It was 2012, and I continued working for several years, and 5 years ago I quit everything completely to become a full-time artist only.
Wow.
This is it.
Oh wow, that's your first painting.
Yes, and it's 2 meters per 2 meters. It's very, very big.
That's really cool.
Yeah, if we have internet, I can show you website just to give an idea of what I'm doing. Show you just for a minute.
Oh wow, amazing.
Thank you. And each of them has a story, like I told you. And you can go and read. So each has a narrative, and currently I'm working on the project Trauma. It's about things that can be distressful, that can be very hard to bear, that can be more than our bodies can easily experience. So that's what I do for the last 5 years.
Okay, wow. I'll have to take a closer look later.
Thank you. But
Right
now I felt that just for me to make art, I have to be in a very good mood. I have to be well slept. I have to be well eaten, well exercised. I'm not like an artist who drink alcohol or maybe something. Just I have to feel myself very yes, to make something. And from the beginning of the war, I just cannot paint. I just cannot throw myself. I cannot stop thinking about what is happening. First days of the war, I was just reading the news all the time, all the days through. The news, crying. I had several panic attacks. And then I started volunteering as a translator to translate our news to foreign media, so the people really know, because Russia is having a vast fake news campaign. And after that, my friend called me and asked to go to the kitchen to work as a volunteer, to cook for the refugees. And we were cooking really massive amounts of food for 200 or 300 people for 12 hours a day. And then another friend called and said, one organization is coming to Lviv and they need an English-speaking person for tomorrow urgently. Can you come? I said, okay. And that were Doctors Without Borders. And from the very beginning, I feel everything about people is about the feeling from the first time. You will understand always if you can speak with that person or something will not go smoothly. And with doctors, I felt they are very kind. They are very open. They really come to help, and these people, they risk their lives to help Ukraine. And so I decided to stay with them and help. And firstly, I thought I will be able to combine like work for doctors during the day and then to paint during the evening. And that would work if we have no sirens at night. Because sometimes we have sirens and I have to go to the bomb shelter, then it's not enough sleep, then you can do nothing, unfortunately. It is. It's not actually what I do usually, but
Of course not, yeah.
but it's war. We are not just close eyes and say nothing is happening. I do my regular life. So our regular life changed a lot. So it's inevitable.
As a Ukrainian person, as an artist, you know, who's sensitive to suffering
Yeah.
and emotion, how does it, I mean, how is it to be hit so close to, I mean, you have family in Mariupol.
Yeah.
Can you consume the news about that place, or do you try to?
Actually, from time to time, I have to take medicine. Because that increased sensibility, it's very good for an art, but it's very hard to live with it. And so I have to admit that I'm very prone to different kinds of depressions. And sometimes I feel that this pressure is overwhelming me and I cannot deal with it.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
It's not something you can control. You cannot say just, I need to calm down, because you will calm down emotionally or on your psycho, but the body will speak differently. The body will give you a panic attack. So you will feel the symptoms like the heart attack or something like this, and that's only the mind plays this thing. And I know this thing happens, so I have now a special medicine for that. Because I know that now it's not time to stuck in these things. I need to do everything to feel okay and to work.
Yeah.
Now it's time to work a lot and to work hard, and after that I will take my time to recover. And I'm sure I will be fine, I will be okay. I will go back to my art, I will be healthy physically and mentally, but now it's time to work really very hard. So it's better to take a pill than to suffer several hours from panic attack, for example, because you are too sensitive.
Right.
Yeah.
You just have to deal with it.
Yeah, so that's my choice, and I think what else I can do, and I would like to paint about all of this. I made only 3 paintings from the beginning of the war. One about the people about the refugees who can take only what they can take for one time, only one bag, only one cat, only one child, I don't know, and that's it. And I can't remember how they feel when they have to leave their homes, everything what they have inside, what they were living for many, many years, and they just leave it and go to save their lives. And another one is about the bombing, and another one is maybe I can show you the picture, it's still unfinished. It's about it's called Neighbors Came. It's an old woman in a kitchen with everything like very, very normal. Mm-hmm. And then the neighbors with red eyes came. And she was not expecting anybody to come, and she's afraid. She closed, sorry for the photo, it's from the Instagram. She closed her eyes with fear. Mm-hmm. So that's how many people feel there. Mm-hmm. And I know also that, of course, I'm scared. And as all the people, we are all very nervous. But here in Lviv, we are very lucky. Yeah. We live in a luxury. We have hotels open. We have cafes open. Yeah. We can work in the office. Of course, several times a day we go to the bomb shelter. But in other cities like Mariupol or Kharkiv, people are starving. Yeah. So I don't have a right to complain.
Looking at photos of Kharkiv and Kiev now, what they look like now,
it seems like a bad dream, you know. I cannot perceive this reality how it is. It seems like really one day it will be over. I will come to Kiev to organize an exhibition or something, it will look the same. I cannot imagine how it is. Of course I watch news and of course I see the photos, but I cannot just take this reality.
It's unbelievable.
Yes.
Do you know people who are still in Kiev?
Yeah.
Who stay?
Yeah, many people, many of my friends are still. They all trying to be safe. They are in the city regions where there are no bombings.
Are they
And
volunteering? What are they doing?
yeah, volunteering and taking some humanitarian help, bringing other people from the bombed regions. So doing everything, like everybody is doing everything as much as they can. As many of my friends, and they are all either volunteering or working very hard, or working then giving the money for the army. And that's a whole country now.
I also heard about women, Ukrainian women. Yeah, I'm very interested in this also because I just got here 2 days ago, and you walk the streets here and it's surreal.
Yes, absolutely. You are right. The right word. It's surreal. It looks like nothing is happening.
Today I was walking down the street and there were people outside because the weather is so nice.
Yes.
Everyone's drinking coffee outside, you know, in that little...
Yes, yes, yes.
And then there was this 2 men dressed up in animal mascots, playing with children, laughing, music playing, and it's very next to a church that's all boarded up. It's very, very surreal, this moment.
And the church is boarded because they are trying to protect.
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
So it's remarkable to see so many these kinds of activities by artists, by, you know.
Everybody's doing.
Everybody's doing.
Yeah. And I was working in the shelter. Yeah. That is a school. It has a very big bomb shelter. It has 3 rooms. And when I see it, I laugh because one room is a former room for archery.
Oh, right.
For this. The other room is a former gym, and a third room is a former church. all underground. And once when we had the day before, we had the alarm from 1:30 at night till 7:30 in the morning, and we had to all the time sit in that basement. The next night I came with a sleeping bag and with a mattress, and I have a photo of this. It was really surreal. That was a gym with all this equipment, and I just put and tried to sleep. And after that was a very surreal moment because I fell to sleep. And I put the earplugs not to hear people speaking, and I woke up in a few hours in a complete darkness. So the sirens were out, all the people went away, and somebody turned off the lights, and nobody woke me up. Maybe they forgot about me, maybe I don't know why. And I was very, very scared because the bomb shelters has to be closed after everybody goes out because somebody can put a bomb or something when there's a lot of people inside. And I was really very scared. I woke up like that. Oh no, because and there is also underground the connection of mobile.
Not great, yeah.
No. But it was fine. It was open, and I was like, and I was wondering why none of the people woke me up. I would never let anybody sleep in a bombshell alone at night.
I know.
But it happened.
This is where you live?
Yes, it's the building where I live. This is an apartment block, and just the same yard there is that school. And when the war started, it was 24th of February. I woke up from the sound of many cars clamping, and I have a very calm street where maybe several cars a day go, but the road was absolutely full with cars trying to reach out of the city. And I was scared. I called my mom. She wakes up usually very early. I said, Mom, what's happened? She said, the war started, the real war. So get back, my darling, and come to me. So we all stayed together. Because
Where does she live?
she lives in another district of the
In
city.
Lviv.
Yes, it's like 15 minutes drive from me. So I was getting packed, and I was packing the simple bag, like some, I don't know, some underwear, shampoo, some change of the clothes, some notebook, money, cat. I was packing it for 3 hours because I couldn't concentrate, I couldn't decide what to take. And when I came to Mother, I started to unpack what I didn't pack properly, because I was like very confused. I was very scared. I didn't know that we will have the sirens before the air raids. And when I was packing, I was going to the window maybe every 5 minutes to look. Maybe the rockets are falling from the sky. I didn't know how it all going to be. And I went to live with my mom and sister. And we also had the shelter, the bomb shelter in the school.
Okay.
So the same.
I see.
So now every school is a shelter here.
Yeah.
And also this every day that I'm at home. In my apartment, my things, my cat, my books, my everything. I'm really lucky.
What was it like the other day with when the missile hit?
It was, I was woke up by sirens, and as I told you, I go every time to the bomb shelter because I live close to the airport, so I have to. And I went to the bomb shelter, and as usually I have the cup with the hot tea. So I can one time in a half an hour go to the street to have a cigarette to calm down. And I have a book. And I just was sitting reading a book. And then I heard the people also sitting with me. I can show you the picture of the bomb shelter later if you want to see.
Yeah, I'd love to see.
Yeah, and people were starting to speak about something is happening in Lviv. And I got very scared. My hands become shaking. And then I received a telephone call from my mother. She told me, oh my God, where you are you in a shelter? I said, yes. She said, please stay here because I heard that something is in Lviv, that they are bombing Lviv. And after that, I received a message from my friend. She is living near that aircraft repair plant, which was destroyed. She lives very near, and she saw it from the window. And she was in her apartment with her 1-year-old son and husband. They were sitting in the corridor. And she told me it was the sound of the hitting was very strange because she thought it would be more like an explosion, very loud and very sharp, and it was very dumb, like poof. And then the windows were shaking, but I was in a bomb shelter. I heard nothing. I heard no hit. And of course, after that, I noticed interesting moment of the mind that when things like this happen, you cannot grasp them immediately. You put them aside and you continue to work. So the day I got back from the shelter, that day I went to the shower, I had my breakfast, and I went to Doctors Without Borders, and I said to myself, I will think about it later. I don't want to know what I'm feeling right now, later. That will be all later. Of course I'm scared, I know that, but what can I do? I can work. That is.
So you're working?
Every day I think that maybe it will be more calm period, maybe if I could sleep more. Then I will paint, and I want to express what I feel. And I know that many people will be painting, many artists will be painting about wars, but I want to paint about dreams and about that subtle feelings, that longing for peace, that longing for the normal life, like longing for like very general, very ordinary human emotions, like joy from a very simple things, like we don't have this now. But also, with the beginning of the war, these things become very sharp. When you go, I remember first days of the war were like dark with snow, and after that we have sun. and it was so many emotions. The sun is shining, wow, the birds, everything. It's like a lot of different feelings from this very, very simple things, because you understand you are alive still and the missile hit somewhere else, not in your house. So we are lucky.
I wonder how, when it will feel real, or whether it just doesn't feel real when it's like this.
I would rather say it feels very, very real. It feels very, very real because of we not only read the news. We have friends all over the Ukraine, and we all speak, we all call, we all on social media, we all communicate a lot.
What are your friends thinking or doing now? They think we'll move to Western Ukraine if we can?
Not all of them. Not all of them. Many people stay in Kyiv, and they say they will stay till the end. Whatever happens, they don't want to leave their home. Many people go to military forces.
Did you realize how important that was before this war?
No. Just, I realize it somehow, but not that much as when you experience this and when you understand it's all true.
Does your mom, your family members, do they want to stay, or do they talk about leaving?
No, they want to stay. Like to the end here, because we are necessary here. They also volunteering. My sister is making the camouflage nets for the soldiers, and my mother is volunteering as a real estate manager for refugees. She's trying to find homes for people, because some people give the homes for free to refugees. For example, there are homes which stay empty in villages or something, and there are refugees, and so she's trying to get these people to want each other to find homes.
Where is she doing that from? From home?
From home, yeah, on the telephone. Yeah. So they don't want to leave, no. I also don't want to leave. This is my city, I love it. I love to live here. I don't want to live in another country. I want for the enemy to leave us alone and go away, and that's all I want. Nothing else.
I find it extremely admirable what you're doing and what you say. I mean,
thank you.
Maybe it's normal under circumstances, but I do think, and I don't blame anyone for leaving either, you know, because it's scary and people have children, of course. But it's, I'm blown away by the Ukrainian people, really.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I'm very proud of the people, my people. Yeah. It's incredible strength inside, and I see this. I found out this strength in myself as well, because I was always very sensitive and very vulnerable and very easy to cry. And artists is normal, usually regular artist, but when the war came, like I put myself like, oh, okay, what I have to do this and this and this. Very organized, very neat, very clean house, prepared food, went to sleep early because the sirens, and everything is in order. I never thought I would be able to do that. It took me a few days to be in panic, just to experience a real panic, and after that I put myself together. And now, I know I can do that in a very big stress. I don't know how would I behave and feel when I'm in Kharkiv and Mariupol. I don't know. I don't want to know. But here I'm trying to help as much as I can. That's how it is. What do you feel? But it's very important now that the world knows the truth, what is happening. Like the truth which are not going in from any of the government.
Yeah.
Because some people say that Ukrainian government lies and these all photos are fakes. Some people say, I say, that Russian government is lying because they really are. But when it's independent source, like now you are independent source of information, which is incredibly important for the world to know what's happening.
So that's why it's like so surreal.
Psychedelic, yeah. That's true.
Wow, so she got out, huh?
And also, these moments are very, very psychedelic when I go. Maybe I will show you. I was preparing some folder for Kazuma. I need to find out. Oh, here it is. So this is from the shelters.
Oh wow, okay. This is in the school.
Yeah. That's how it looks.
Wow. This is in Liverpool.
Yeah, that's me and my cat. At night. And this is my paintings and the refugee shelter.
I see.
Because it was on this place, I told you, Zavod, a plant formerly now for the offices and studios. They have a very nice kind of evening club for young people where they have concerts and parties and everything, and they host sometimes an exhibitions of modern art. So my exhibition was still there, and when they have the refugees in. So that's how it looks, and I want to show you one video. That's my mother and sister. So we all get together. And that's me sleeping in a gym. Like this.
Oh my god.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I'm not get used to this thing. I always take mouse. Ah, давай. No sound. I think. Okay, that's really like I mean the surreal feeling when you go on the street and everything is normal, and when you see the sirens very, very loud, incredibly loud, and when you are at night on a very deep sleep, of course you will be you will wake up. Yes, you will wake up like I don't know. Oh, here it is. So this is how it looks. Scary. That's scary. Mm-hmm.